What if every animal on Earth suddenly gained full human-level intelligence? This question comes from Sophie, who wonders how the world would change if every creature, from insects to elephants, began to think, reason, and understand the world just like humans. Now, Sophie, based on everything we know from biology, ecology, and the general attitude of raccoons toward private property, this might be the fastest way to remove humans from the top of the food chain. A hungry bear with strategy and economic understanding is not something humanity is ready for. The moment intelligence appears, every animal suddenly wakes up with the ability to reason, plan, negotiate, and remember. Their first moments would be filled with confusion. Birds would freeze mid-flight trying to understand what flying even is. Dogs would stop and question why they spent thousands of years returning balls instead of throwing them. Cats, on the other hand, would barely change. They already behave like they're smarter than everyone, now with the vocabulary to express it. Within minutes, chaos begins. Human society assumes animals behave like animals, not like furry philosophers with teeth. Imagine pigeons refusing to move unless given a reasonable argument, or cows realizing their life plan ends as food and rejecting it. Chickens would unionize instantly. Bees would create the most powerful political group on Earth. Octopuses, already escape artists, would begin drafting ocean-wide liberation strategies. Pets would confront their owners. Dogs would politely request equal rights and better schedules. Cats would demand ownership of the apartment, informing humans they may stay if they behave. Urban wildlife, raccoons, foxes, crows, would organize immediately. Raccoons would run recycling systems and charge for them. Crows would demand apologies from people who wronged them. Squirrels would create black markets. Large animals escalate the situation. Elephants would seek diplomatic negotiations for land and safety. Gorillas and chimpanzees would peacefully walk out of zoos, leaving polite but firm notes behind. In the oceans, dolphins would become instant celebrities. Whales would share long-distance messages filled with history and politics. Sharks would form strict legal systems governing ocean behavior. But the greatest shift comes from ants. Trillions of human-level minds acting as one coordinated collective. Ant colonies would become vast superintelligences capable of solving problems faster than humans. Ants already practice farming, construction, and warfare. With intelligence, they would expand rapidly and leave humans notes saying, "You may stay if you don't step on us." Within months, humanity must renegotiate its position. Intelligence doesn't make animals friendly, it makes them rational. Humans, from an animal perspective, are noisy, destructive roommates. The first global meeting includes gorillas, dolphins on screens, owls staring judgmentally, and one stressed human diplomat trying to explain traffic jams. Surprisingly, most animals don't want domination. They want safety, food, and stability. New global systems emerge, not of countries, but ecosystems. Forests elect wolves, oceans elect whales. Climate policy changes overnight. Now habitats can file complaints. Humans can no longer pretend ecosystems don't speak, they literally do. Conflicts still exist. Intelligent mosquitoes cause chaos. Snakes demand respect. Parrots become political commentators, repeating everything loudly. Cows may peacefully separate from humanity, forming vegetarian republics where steaks are banned. Fish demand an end to plastic dumping. Wolves complain about joggers in neon shorts. Pandas, now fully intelligent, announce they prefer not to reproduce and ask everyone to stop bothering them about it. Over time, thousands of intelligent species interact, exchange ideas, and learn from each other. Global civilization becomes richer and more connected than ever. Humans no longer shape the future alone, they become partners with the animal world. Sometimes frustrated, sometimes terrified, but partners nonetheless. Intelligent animals solve problems humans couldn't. They see the world differently and notice details we ignore. Elephants teach long-term thinking. Bees explain complex optimization. Octopuses redesign technology with 8 hands and total fearlessness of water. Humanity doesn't disappear, but our place changes forever. We are no longer masters, just neighbors, sharing Earth with many equal minds. And maybe being neighbors instead of rulers makes us better. Intelligent animals would never tolerate humans being the only species allowed to make mistakes. Before we jump to the next part, my highly intelligent future animal friends told me something very important. If you enjoy this video, you should definitely subscribe. Humans forget things, but the algorithm never does. So if you want more weird science, more impossible questions, and more stickmen desperately trying to explain the universe, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the little bell. Otherwise the raccoons will think you're ignoring them, and they take things personally.